What's up, guys? This is Margaret, Austin's wife, and I'm going to be taking over today. We're here at Lake of the Ozarks celebrating our 3-year anniversary, and I'm going to give you some of my tips and tricks and roast my husband along the way. Some rain came through this morning. It's about 80 degrees now, beautiful, sunny. Water temperature is about 84 degrees, and we're going to see if we can catch some bass. How's that sound, Austin?
Sounds good. We'll start with bass, and we may dive into a little bit of crappie, but I only got one crappie rod in my boat. I broke the other one on accident, and I haven't replaced it yet.
All right, let's go. All right, first tip of the day when you're out fishing is you gotta pack a lot of good drinks and snacks. My personal favorite is Sundrop. If you want to sponsor us, let us know.
All right, we're gonna start Margaret off with the old drop shot rig here, a little June bug trick worm, and we'll lead her. We'll see if she can get him going on that. She likes a spinning reel, so that's what we're gonna start with. I'm gonna use a 10-inch worm, and then I got a brush hog I'm gonna flip between these docks if I can.
We're already caught.
She's already got me tangled, so we'll see what we get started. We're gonna go down this bank and go in a few little cuts, focus on the shade around these docks, and look for any brush piles intermittent along this bank, and hopefully catch a couple at least. All right, so you want to focus on like
the dock.
Like where the shade is,
okay,
or like around the bank if we find any brush or something. Starting off strong.
Oh no.
Starting off real strong.
Oh god.
Got him?
I got something.
Oh yeah. What do you got, a bluegill?
Did I lose it?
Yeah, you lost it, I think. Keep reeling. Ah, you might have it. I think it's a bluegill. It is.
Oh, I do have it. Haha, first fish. Look how small it is.
Oh no, it's a baby bass. Oh yeah, look at this.
No.
Margaret's on the board.
First fish goes to me. Also, smallest bass in the world goes to me. One thing about Austin is he always likes to put himself in the prime position and give me the worst position. So you just gotta bully him out of the way.
Yeah, I've invited you to come
up. Back
up.
of the boat, Austin.
I've invited you to come up front.
Back of the boat.
Okay. Okay. Get in there.
Yep, I am. Did you get that?
Got it on camera. Got him.
Dang it.
Gotta set the hook on him.
Very good at it. You like hiring me. Everything's fine.
Oh, had him.
Right.
May need to fish really shallow or deeper. Not in between.
Oh, oh dang it. Oh. What?
You. Yeah? Bunch of big gizzard shad back here. There you go. Oh, God, I had him. All right, see if I can get 3 in a row. You. I ought to catch one underneath this dock. There he is. Just as I suspected. Yep, we'll keep her. Well, he might be short actually, I can't tell. He's definitely short. Looked bigger for a second. That puts me on the board.
1-1.
Pretty sure my fish is bigger, even though it's...
I don't know, I think mine was close to 6.
Even though he's not big. He's definitely bigger than yours. Oh, he's got a hair jig from Canada. You probably don't want that, buddy. All right, see you later, pal. All right, you're on the bottom there. Oh yeah. It's good for your balance. It's good for your balance. If you get them, you gotta set the hook. If you don't, you're never gonna catch them in this deep water hardly. There he is. Oh, come on. Come on, see if they eat it again.
You gotta set the hook.
I was. There's something else.
I would try to cast this.
There he is. Might be a decent one. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, keeper. One on a 10-inch worm. Small little keeper here. A bit a couple. We'll cast out there and see if we catch some more.
All right, I'm gonna cast that one and give that one to me, and then you.
I knew that was coming. Okay, this one's a little harder to feel.
Good morning, everybody. This is day 2 of fishing here with Austin. Yesterday, we had a little fun. We went bowling, we went to a movie, and someone stopped Austin. He got recognized while we were out. I think it's getting to his head a little bit, so hopefully I can defeat him in fishing today. Today we're gonna try to fish for a little crappie. It's a lot hotter today.
It's warm.
About 90 degrees, supposed to get up to almost 100, so we'll see what we can catch.
Perfect.
First tip of the day is don't forget your sunscreen. If you're like me, you have 2 shades, ghost and tomato, and you don't want to be a tomato. So ladies and gentlemen, put your sunscreen on.
Oh Lord.
Okay, I'm pretty sure there's a fish on this.
Probably.
Yeah, there's definitely a fish, but it's like across the...
Where did you cast?
It's over the
Oh.
little crosswalk thing. But there's definitely a fish on it.
Let's sink a little bit more. Little crappie. Pretty small one.
I think you should put your chest down on.
There's one. Another little keeper shooting under a dock. Not big. Basically underneath his lip. You might be able to get on the edge and get him. I should be able to catch one there at least. Got him.
That was fast.
Isn't it? Decent one there. There's one underneath the boat lift, shooting under there. Seems to be where they're at.
Something feels off. What's up, everybody? This is Margaret again, and this is day 3 of fishing for me in Austin. Tonight we are going to try fishing in the evening and see if we can have a little more luck. We're going to start out and see if we can catch some crappie. There's like a tiny little hook here.
That's a crappie.
Nice job.
There's the first one out of a brush pile. Margaret got snagged in it again, like normal. She's retying. She's graduated to retying herself.
Hey, I would always retie. You just would judge the job that I do.
Our first little crappie. That's a little keeper, but heck they go.
I'm sure
We're not keeping any.
I'm sure you tie some fancy knot.
You gotta put a bait on there.
Oops.
I mean, you might get a real dumb one.
Here we go. I got my tip of the day.
Yeah, you just put that in your camera.
Tip of the day. Don't forget to put your bait on.
Picked a good color. I smoked it. Here's another one. Margaret's, she's upset. It's a decent one. She was having some issues, so I retied for her, and she picked this color, and that caught the best crappie so far. She picked up my rod and used a nap for a minute. Got him? In the pile. In the pile, honey. Got him.
I got one!
Yeah.
Woo!
Get him in. That's all the rod going. Get him in the boat. Hurry, hurry, hurry. There you go, because they flop off a lot. So keep them over the boat.
I got him. My first crappie.
Saw your rod tip. Wild, I knew you thought we were stuck.
Well, that's usually the case.
There he is. Right. Oh my. Guy on black and chartreuse. Mixing it up. Another one on black chartreuse. Feisty. Let's get them out of the water. They got a lot of energy. Spunk. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Something a little bit different, just us getting out and fishing together. Talking a little bit about the fishing since I didn't talk about it too much in the video. As far as bass goes, it seemed like really, really shallow was the best bite, or like a little bit deeper. So if I was going fishing right now, I would focus on those two things. I would like check shallow and see if I'm getting the bites, because that's what I like to do. And if I'm not, then I'm probably going to go a little bit deeper, a little bit closer to some deeper water, and just focus on brush piles right now for bass. As far as your baits go, jigs, 10-inch worm Texas rig, or any other type of plastic that you really like, Texas rig, shaky head, you can throw a drop shot and stuff around them. Just take your time, find the brush piles, and work your way through them slowly, and then just fish, you know, an abundance of them basically. I don't think there's really a particular spot on the lake that's going to be too much better than the other for that. Just kind of pick something you're familiar with or what you want to try, and go from there. I also did catch some bass on Whopper Plopper. So there was a little bit of a topwater bite. I noticed a lot of big gizzard shad in the backs of these creeks and stuff in the shallow water. So I feel like they're kind of starting to push up there a little bit. I don't know if it's got something to do with the lack of rain and no generation. It's got some of these gizzard shad pushed back what seems like a little bit earlier than normal. And then crappie, they're stacked all over under docks, but it seemed like they were a little like finicky. You couldn't catch a whole bunch of them in one spot. It was like you pull up to a spot and you'd catch one or two pretty quick, and then they kind of like shut off, like they wised up to a little bit. So if you're going to be doing that, I would just hop around docks, shoot docks. We did catch some over brush, but it seemed to be a lot more of them suspended over docks out on the main lake or relatively deep water is where they were at. And they weren't, you know, all that deep. They were about 5, maybe 10 feet deep, the ones that I was targeting at least. So that's kind of my advice for that. Color did not seem to matter all too much on that. Just pick your favorite color, shoot some docks, and, you know, catch one or two in a spot, and then move on to the next set of docks, or move on to your next little favorite area. I feel like you could put a limit of crappie in the boat in like hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, if you were really hitting it hard. But we were just kind of leisurely fishing for short periods of time and just enjoying ourselves. So I was able to film a few other things too while I was out and about that I'll be getting out here soon. Been really busy again, but as we come into the fall, we will definitely have a lot more content, and we'll have our winter series schedule out now. So I will post a link to that in the description here. We're just going to try and get the word out as much as we can for that winter series and hopefully have a nice turnout for it. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll have some more videos for you.